We are standing with Mr. PL Haranadh. He is the chairman of Paradip Port Authority, which is one of the major ports of the country. Mr. Haranadh will take us through their capacity expansion plans, which they are taking in big numbers. And also he will talk about total investments that they have planned, total MoUs that they have signed at the Maritime Summit. Welcome to BQ Prime, Mr. Haranadh.
Yeah, Paradip port is the mega port on the east coast of the India. Last year, in terms of cargo handling, we were number 2 major port in the country. This year, the first 6 months, we are the number 1 in the country as far as cargo handling is concerned. Paradip port, as on date, has a capacity of about 289 million ton capacity per annum. But we have expansion plans. By 2030, the Paradip port will reach 400 million ton capacity mark, and by 2047 we will go up to 500 million ton capacity mark. So this will become the mega major port of the country. We have a very rich hinterland. We handle about the coal, iron ore, steel, petroleum products, crude oil, everything. We are trying to improve the container traffic also. A lot of container traffic there from our hinterland. The port is poised to become the number 1 major port of the country during this financial year 23-24.
You also spoke about increasing the capacity to almost 400 million tons by 2020. What is the kind of investment that we have planned, and what other cargoes we are planning to import to the country?
So we planned basically till now Paradip port is mainly depending upon the iron ore and coal. Now we want to diversify our the cargo baskets. So now we have about 4 existing berths which are semi-mechanized. They will be mechanized by before 2030, and 4 new berths we will be developing it, and then we will be developing a separate dock also. All these things will be the tune of 10,000 crores of investments. Either it come in the EPC mode or in PPP mode, it will come. And we are also trying to develop a hydrogen hub. In fact, out of the 3 ports which have been declared as the hydrogen hub, Paradip port is one of them. And we will be developing a common user 5 million ton capacity green hydrogen, green ammonia berth. And number of players are showing interest to develop the production units of the green hydrogen, green ammonia near to Paradip port. We will facilitate them for bunkering and export purposes.
If I can ask, which are these companies which have shown interest in hydrogen hub?
Yeah, hydrogen hub mostly the Renew Power, and we are signing with all of them MoUs, Infinity Group, Wellspun, L&T, and so on. Many people are coming. Basically, in this Global Indian Maritime Summit, Paradip port has signed, will be signing, of course. Few have signed, few will be signing next 2 days. Total 19 to 20 MoUs worth of 1 lakh crore investment it is going to bring about. These will be mainly in the fields of the green hydrogen, green ammonia, capacity augmentation, trade and business, and also other port modernization categories.
You spoke about creating a hydrogen hub, and these companies, Renew and others who have shown interest, mostly they want to supply or cater to domestic market, and they are looking for import of raw material at the hub, or they will be mostly looking at exports from the port.
Basically, they will be serving both. Ultimately, for them to become commercially viable, they should look for markets both domestically as well as internationally also. The raw material is nothing but water. The water, they are also having discussions with the government of Orissa. We have a Mahanadi river where the fresh water flows. Normally, if you desalinate that water, it is a costly proposition. So fresh water is available at Paradip, so that can be utilized by them, and they can use this green hydrogen, green ammonia for bunkering purposes as well as for the export purposes also.
And in terms of capacity, what kind of capacity these players can look at your side? What is the capability that we can provide to them
Regarding green hydrogen.
regarding green hydrogen?
Yeah, green hydrogen, what we are trying to provide is we will develop a common user infrastructure, because today 4 or 5 people are interested. Tomorrow there will be more players will come into the field. For all of them, we will develop a 5 million ton capacity exclusive green hydrogen, green ammonia berth, and we will be providing the loading machinery. We will be developing the firefighting, other ancillary infrastructure, as well as the pipelines also will be developing, so that whoever it comes, industrialist, and they will just hook on to our system. They can export through our facilities available.
Okay, and apart from green hydrogen, what other green aspects we can look at the port?
Yeah, because Paradip port, we are taking a number of steps to migrate Paradip port into a green port. The first thing we are trying to develop is we are going to have a 10 megawatt solar power plant, which will power entire operations of Paradip through solar sources. So this will be already where DPR is made, and next 2 years we will be developing fully solarized port it will become. Apart from this, we have set a target for ourselves of bringing the Paradip port under the coverage of 1 million trees. So far, last 2-3 years, we have added 4 lakh trees, and then next 2-3 years, we will be adding another 4 lakh trees into our system. So it will be very green port and with a lot of trees around. Simultaneously, we will be reducing the diesel-based mechanization systems, totally electrical-based systems, because even for the vessels which come here, they will take electricity when they are operating at our port, and this electricity comes from the renewable sources. So it will become a green ecosystem we want to create, and whereby, because since the Paradip handles mostly the coal, iron ore, which are the dusty cargoes, so the pollution control and green creation of green ecosystem is in the top of our agenda.
Couple of more questions. One on like there is a lot of focus on gas, natural gas. There are talks about a lot of new LNG terminals which are getting opened up. And I have also heard that Adani is planning to open one near Paradip port. So what's the status on that?
Yeah, basically there are some players which are showing interest in developing a LNG terminal on that. We are getting the study done for it. And basically we have set a target by 2030. We receive every day 3,000 trucks inside and 3,000 trucks goes outside. It's a very huge in terms of road traffic. We want to ensure that all the trucks which come into the port and go out of the port, they will get converted to LNG bar CNG systems. We will not permit them. In fact, we will going for a green refueling station we are going to develop, and we want to give some kind of viability gap support also for those for conversion in initial stages to motivate the people to convert to CNG and LNG based trucks.
And as far as the LNG terminal is concerned, what is the current status?
What is that?
As far as the current LNG terminal is concerned, what is the...
Now we are studying it, and then probably in next 3 months, by March 24, we'll come out with a clear-cut action plan on developing a LNG terminal with us.
You can talk a little bit about your container port development.
Yeah. Basically, as on date, we have a very 5 million ton capacity container terminal is available. But this container terminal, as on date, the container cargo, which originates from the hinterland of Orissa, is going to Vizag as well as the Kolkata. And the players unnecessarily, they are incurring heavy logistic costs. To reduce the logistic cost, to make them more effective, so we had a lot of discussions with the government of Orissa as well as the container liners. We are going to come out with a clear-cut support policy for the container liners to come to Paradip port and take the cargo. Approximately as on today, 2 lakh TEUs cargo is available in the hinterland of Paradip. And if they come to Paradip, it will be win-win situation, not only for Paradip, but also for these exporters and importers also, because their logistic cost will come down drastically.
Okay, one last question overall on the industry, and how do you see the outlook? Because the world is talking about recession, So do you think there would be some kind of impact as far as charter rates are concerned on the ports?
Yeah, basically there is a little bit of downturn is we are seeing it. And this year generally it is 2.5%. The major ports are growing. The forecasts which also say that next 4 years, the global maritime growth in terms of exports and imports will be approximately about 2 to 3%. So there will be slight downturn. But what we are trying to project is to do a lot of coastal shipping. So coastal shipping is one important way of reducing the logistic costs. Like Paradip port does about 1/4 of the total coastal shipping of the country. It is a hub for coastal shipping. So a lot of capacity is available. If it goes underutilized, then naturally the ports can shift towards coastal shipping, provide a better logistic solution for those people other than the road and rail traffic. It will be third mode, and which will be better mode. In fact, the government of India is promoting it, and Paradip port is working on this to improve further coastal shipping, and then so that our volumes will remain constant, and then substantial growth will happen. In fact, I want to add that this year, so overall growth of the ports is about 2.5%, but Paradip port is growing at 8.5%, which is the highest in the country.
Thank you very much for talking to BQ Prime, sir. Thank you very much. For more news, keep watching BQ Prime.